everybody, today we're going to make flowers out of Dollar Tree leaves, and everything that I have used to make these flowers has come from the Dollar Tree. So first I'll show you what you need, then I'll show you what it looks like. They sell these packs of leaves in different designs. I think there's a couple more kind of designs, but anyway, you get 50 in the pack, and 50 is enough to make probably 3 or 4 flowers. And then I buy these, and I use the stems. I pull the leaves off and use those for something different, and I use the stems as stems for the flowers I make, or you can go outside and get some twigs and use those. I have a hot gun and hot glue sticks, scissors. I have this in case I need to cut the stems off of here. And I think that's all. This really does not cost much to make, but it's a little time consuming and tedious, but if you feel like you can do it, it's to me very relaxing. So anyway, I'll show you the flowers that I made. Here's the first one. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm using some of this floral tape. But there's the first one. And here is the second one. So that leaf wants to lay down a little bit. So there they are. And when I get several made, I don't know if I'll put them in a vase or I'll put them in a wreath or whatever, but they're a lot of fun to make, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I'll bring you down, and I apologize for how I look, but I don't feel that good today. I've already complained about it once, so I won't complain again, but I'm just letting you know. I apologize for how I look. Anyway, choose what color leaf you want to use. I have different piles here of the different colors, but I thought that I would just show this one. Take your leaf and cut off. This is for your little center leaf. Cut off both sides like that. Then fold it over where it's just straight across. Take your glue gun and put just a tiny dot of glue and fold it over. And please, when you're using your glue during this craft, put the smallest amount possible that you can get by with, because you don't want a whole lot of glue making this thick. So anyway, then you just take it and start, turn your edge in and start rolling it. And keep rolling, because you want to wind up with just a little tube like this. And I made that second one in case this took too long, because I don't want to make this boring for you. And so anyway, just keep rolling up until you have a tube. And then take your glue gun, put just a smidgen of glue, and glue it down. And do you see that little bit of glue right there, kind of stringy looking? I'll take my glue gun and go like that and kind of rub across it, and it goes away. Then come down and put a little drop of glue on the bottom part there, and then roll that in so you have your stem. And that's real easy to do. So now what you do is take a leaf, and some of these leaves are like glued together like this when you buy them, and so go like that and break them apart, because you can tell pretty much because it's thick. But what you do now, because you want everything to be as less bulky as possible, but well, let me do it like this. You take your leaf and have it facing you like this, and go to the center of the leaf and just cut on both sides. And you cut each side off. And you can cut that off if you want to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But you have the bigger center part, and then you have the two sides. So what I do is just cut the excess off of the one side, and you want the tail of it to be as long as it can be. And the other one fell somewhere. Oh, here it is. Here's your other one that you cut off. So you just cut that one off too. And do this until you have several, little stockpile of leaves cut up. And so now I'm going to show you how I put them together. Okay, you take your centerpiece, and you take your small leaves to begin with. And I lay my leaf where the top of the leaf is just, right there, the same length or same height as that little round centerpiece. And I just put a dot of glue, and I glue it. And then I get another one, and I just put it on there, the same height. And I glue it. And I keep doing that for several pieces, and ever so often I cut off any excess. So I'm going to get another center one. And you want to have the top or the front of the leaf facing the center. And as you work, fold your leaves in so that they'll be in place. And take your small leaf and put it on there. I put it on there, and then I hold the bottom back with a finger, and then I put a dot of glue. That seems to work good for me. And then I take the glue gun and kind of mash it down. And as you work, pushing your pieces in, it'll start filling out and kind of look like a rose. I'm not sure really what flower it might represent for real, but anyway, there's another piece, and I put just a dot of glue. All of this bottom part will be hidden in the end, so it doesn't have to look that good. But as you can see, your flower has started. So what I'm going to do is add just a few more of those, and then I'll come back because I don't want the video to be too long, so I'll be back in a minute. So I finished adding the leaves to the center part of the flower, And anything that pokes out or sticks out or anything like that will fix itself as we work. So there's the center part of the flower. Then we're going to take our bigger leaves, the center part of the leaf that we cut out first. And what you do, you know, this is the bottom, and cut a slit about, I'll say, 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch from the bottom up. Then you want to put just a tiny dot of glue right there on one spot of 1/2, and then fold your leaf over, or your petal. Just fold it over like that. This helps the leaves or the petals have a little, what's the word I'm looking for? When you want to form them around your other flowers, leaves, not leaves. Anyway, when you want to form them, this helps be able to do that. So I put these, see how those are basically the same height. Well, I put these just a little bit higher, maybe 1/8 of an inch or so higher. So I just put that on there, and then put a dot of glue and put it down. Take another leaf, cut about 1/8 of an inch, put your glue, and then fold it over. That one was hard to deal with. And then put it, I'm going to fix that one just a little bit better because I don't like how it looks. Anyway, put just a tiny bit of glue and fold one over the other. There you go. Now put it on here. I've matched it up with the length of the first one that I put on. So they're both the same length. I pull that up, put a dot of glue, and push it down. I had to check on Kaylin, so I went ahead and put more of these on than the bigger size leaves, and I have one more to do. So just stick it on and take your glue and go up under it, and I just glue it at the very tip of the bottom, because I don't have very good luck with the with this stuff. It's very hard for me to use, and maybe I'm not doing it right. But if I have a whole bunch of bulky stuff down here, then I really can't make it work. So this is it so far. Then I'm going to take a couple of leaves that came in the bag, and I'm going to cut about a 1/2 inch up on both of them. This time I'm not going to cut anything off. I'm just going to cut up about 1/2 inch, put just a tiny dot of glue and then fold it over, and that was completely not in frame. So I cut it about a ½ inch or a little more, put a dot of glue, just a small dot of glue, and then fold it over like that, where it's, see, it kind of makes it where it has a little shape to it. So then I take my flower and turn it over and get a hold of it, and I lay this leaf that I just did up around it, and I kind of fold the leaf back just a little bit so I can get in there with the glue. See how I'm holding it and pulled the leaf back, and I put just a little glue around it, and then push the leaf back up. I haven't glued all the way around it, and you don't need to, because when you put the other leaf on, you'll have enough glue. But there's what it looks like with one leaf. And then I lay the other leaf up there, just on the opposite side of the first leaf. And it's a little bit harder because you have to get the bottoms to kind of match up with the bottoms of the leaves you just put on. Anyway, you'll see as you go. It's very simple to do. Push up that leaf, and well, it's going to be easier to do like that. Just put it on there. So now you have your flower. And they're very simple. They're a lot of fun. And anybody can do them. So there's just a tiny bit of excess right there on the end. I cut that off. Now I'm going to take this stem and I'm going to stick it in here as best I can. And it might not even hurt to build your flower around the stem. But I'm going to stick that in there. First, what I do is I find a place where it will go. And then I put just a little glue. So I found a spot that it would go right there, and I put just a little glue to hold it in place. And so the final thing is to use this tape. Now this is not something that's fun for me. And if you know how to use this and make it work good, please tell me. Or if you have another idea, please tell me. But this needs something because it's very unfinished looking. But I just have been wrapping up the stem. I start about 1.5 inches or 2 inches down. I come up over the flower, and when I get to the flower, I kind of glue a little bit to try to help keep it in place. And I don't worry that much about how it looks as I go up, but as I come down, then I try to make it look good. So I'm going to put a little more glue. Hold it just a second and let that glue get hard. And now I'm going to work my way back down. And I need to get over that one spot just a little bit better. Okay. And I hope I haven't made this look too hard, because it's really not a hard project. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's relaxing. So, that's it. And then you can just bend your leaves how you want them and your petals. You can certainly add more petals if you want to. I was just trying to, for time's sake, not do too much, but that's it. And I'll probably glue that down because it popped up. And now it should stay. But I appreciate you watching my video, and I hope you make some of these, and if you do, I would love to see them. And y'all have a great day. I will talk to you soon, and take care. Bye-bye.